Hey everyone, welcome. I'm Heather, I'm the Bent Yogi, and this is Friday Power Flow. It's a 35-minute-ish practice. We're going to get started in child's pose, and we're going to take it one breath at a time. So come on, join me for as long as you can, whether it's just for a breath or two or the whole practice. Come onto your mat and we'll get started in child's pose. A big breath in, and empty it out. A big inhale, fill up. And a big exhale, empty out. And that's a nice reminder. Right here, right now. I don't know what you were doing before this practice. I was doing all kinds of stuff, getting all kinds of stuff done. Chances are pretty good we all have things to do after this practice. But for right now, we're here in our practice, taking one breath at a time, practicing, which sounds funny, taking one breath at a time. Take a big breath in, then a long breath out. Maybe it sounds better to, or maybe it makes more sense to say paying attention to this breath, one breath at a time, because naturally we take it one breath at a time. And if we can allow ourselves to tune into this natural rhythm, it can assist us in being present, being here, in our strength and our power, but also at ease and in joy. Take another deep breath in, then a long breath out. Take your hands a little more forward, tuck your toes under, and come on up into your downward facing dog. If you want to take more time in child's pose, absolutely. You can add it in here or at any point during your practice. And in your downward dog, fingers spread wide. Let your head hang down, maybe a little bit of movement there. Feet about hips width distance. They can be closer together or farther apart. Letting your heels soften, and if you want to add in some movement here, walking out your dog, you can, or moving your hips around. Still, the movement of your breath. One breath at a time, a big inhale, and a long exhale. Take a deep breath in, fill up, and a big breath out, empty out. Take another long inhale. And exhale lightly. Step or jump to the front of your mat. Take your feet to about hips width distance. Come on into your ragdoll. Feel if you can hang forward. Let your head drop. You might soften your knees. Hands can dangle. Come to your elbows or blocks. And if there's a lot of sensation, if it feels like there's a lot of resistance, one breath at a time. Take a big inhale. And a long exhale. So simple and yet so powerful. And for some reason, so easy to forget as we move through our day. One breath, one thing at a time. Take a long inhale. Then a big exhale. And if you're holding your elbows, release your hands, walk your feet closer together or to touch. Rise to stand. Come all the way up. Reach your hands up from the ground. Lengthen up, heart high. Take a big inhale. Hands to your heart. Exhale. Set your gaze here. You can lower your gaze or close your eyes. You might set an intention for your practice today if that's something that resonates with you. And even if you don't set an intention, feel the intention of being here in this moment, in this breath. Take a big inhale and a big exhale. Inhale, sweep up, reach up. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, flat back, inhale. Bring your hands to your mat. Step back to your high push-up, high plank. You can have your knees lifted. You can drop them down for a little more support. Take a deep breath in. Move forward, halfway down or all the way down. Low push-up. Again, option to drop your knees or come all the way down. Big breath in. Upward facing dog. Take an extra breath or two here. Maybe your cobra or your low cobra. Shoulders down and back. Leading with your heart, take a big inhale. And as you exhale, back to your downward dog or add in your child's pose. Take a long breath in. And a big breath out. A deep inhale, fill up. And a big exhale, empty out. Once more, take a full inhale. Exhale. Step or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Inhale, rise to stand, reach up. Fold forward. Exhale. Empty out. Halfway lift. Inhale. High push up to low push up. Exhale. Upward dog. Take a big breath in. Downward dog. Breath out. Set your hands and your feet. Set your gaze or close your eyes. Take a long breath in. Empty out. Another big inhale here. Exhale. Walk or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Inhale all the way up. Fold forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. High push up to low push up. Exhale. Upward dog, a big breath in. Downward dog, breath out. Take a long inhale. And a big exhale. Breathe in. And breathe out. Once more, deep inhale. Exhale. Step or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Inhale all the way up to stand. Hands high. Lift up. Reach up. Fold forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. Fold forward. Exhale. Utkatasana now. Chair pose. Set your feet. Bend your knees. Check in with your feet. So you can set your feet. Adjust your feet. Check in with your breath. I don't think we really need to adjust our breath so much as allow our breath to flow freely and evenly. We might need to adjust the pose, maybe our approach to the practice, so that we're not holding our breath, so that our breath can be deep and full. Here you might find you have some room to sit a little bit lower. You can play around with that. Chest lifts long through your spine, strong core. Take a big breath in. Fold forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. High push up to low push up. Exhale. Upward dog. Take a full breath in. Downward dog. Breath out. Right foot steps forward. Warrior one. Virabhadrasana. Step up and rise up. Reach up. You can work with your hands high or hands at your heart. Setting your front foot flat and straight. Bend into your front knee. Back toes point a little bit forward. Connecting through your whole back foot, lifting through your back leg. Maybe some room to even out your hips. So if your hips are opening to the left, gently draw your right hip back. Let your left hip come forward. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, hands to your mat. High push up to low push up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps forward. Warrior one. Set your feet. Rise up. Check in. It might be similar to the other side. It might be different. Might be similar to the last time you practiced. It might be different. Notice if you are still in the other side the last time you practiced. Notice if you are engaged in your head in the things that you were doing before you got on your mat, or if you are engaged in your head in the things you plan to do when you step off your mat. Right? Either way, whatever's going on, allow yourself to come back to your breath. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. One breath at a time. Take another big inhale here. Exhale, hands down to your mat. High push up to low push up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Right foot steps, warrior one. Back foot flat, rise up. Exhale, hands come to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps. Warrior one, reach up. Exhale, hands come to your mat. Chaturanga, low push-up. Upward dog, a full breath in. Downward dog, breath out. Take a big inhale. And a long exhale. Breathe in. And empty out. Once more, full inhale. Exhale, walk or jump to the front. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Utkatasana, sit down, reach up, fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga, low push-up. You can step or jump back. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Right foot steps, warrior one. Rise up. Exhale, hands to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Upward dog. Inhale, downward dog. Exhale, left foot steps. Warrior one, reach up. Exhale, hands come to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Take a long breath in. And empty out. Another big inhale here. Exhale, step or jump to the front. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, all the way up. Lift and reach, fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push up to low push up, exhale. Upward dog, take a breath in. Downward dog, breath out. Bring your feet together and forward. Take your left leg up to the sky. Come on forward to your high push up. Draw your left knee into your chest. Lift out of your shoulders, belly pulls in and up. Arms are long and strong. Right leg is active. Up and back to your three-legged dog. Crescent lunge. Left foot lightly steps up. Rise up. Set your left foot. Strong core. Big inhale. Airplane Dekasana. Lift off. Shift forward into your left foot. Feel your whole left foot on your mat. You can set your gaze down. You might bring your gaze a little more forward. Even out your hips. So as you lift your right leg, watch out for your right hip rolling up. Roll it down, keep the leg lifted. Sweep your arms back. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Lift your chest a little higher, big inhale. Lightly drop back to your crescent lunge. Bring your hands to your heart. Take a big inhale. Twist to your left. Right elbow towards the outside of your left leg. And you can keep your back knee lifted or drop it down for a little more support. Left knee tracks over left ankle. Might adjust where you have your feet. Take a wider stance or a longer stance. And then feel this press of your hands. So if your chest is collapsing onto your left leg, use the press of your hands to lift up. You can keep your hands together. You can open up. Right hand reaching for the ground, left arm up for the sky. Notice if your back knee starts to collapse, gently press up through the back of your right knee. Take a long breath in. And a long breath out the whole time. A big inhale. And a big exhale. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. One more big inhale here. As you exhale, bring your hands down to your mat. Right foot steps to meet your left. Feet at about hips width distance. With your peace fingers, hook your big toes, palms face in. Halfway lift as you inhale. Lengthen and fold. As you exhale, coming into your Padangustasana, holding onto your big toes, or coming into a ragdoll, maybe sticking with the halfway lift, coming into your body in this breath, a big inhale, and a big exhale. Here, keep hold of your left big toe with your peace fingers. Bring your right hand to your right hip crease. So we'll come up to stand. You have a couple of options. First, soften your knees. Ground through your right foot. You can keep hold of that left big toe and come on up to stand with the bend in the left knee and then extend the left foot forward. You can also let go of the toe, stand up, catch your lifted left knee in front of you, or catch hold of the left big toe once more. So holding your left knee or your left big toe. Right hand can stay at your right hip, or you can reach your right arm up to the sky. Tall and upright here. Check in with your right foot. Soften your toes. Now take your left foot or your left knee out to the left. Right arm can come out to the right. Sometimes it acts as nice counterbalance. Let your breath be balanced. A big inhale and a big exhale. Come on back to center. Leg stays lifted. Take your hands high. If you have a bend in that left knee, press your left heel forward. Extend to the leg. Watch out for leaning back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw your left knee up towards your chest. Big step back. Warrior 1. Open out. Warrior 2. Check in with your footing here. A long stance, both feet flat, toes soft. Watch out for leaning forward. Shoulders over hips. Spin your palms to the sky. Take your right hand high. Reverse your warrior. Reach up and go back. Breathing into your whole body. Full body breath. But maybe a little more attention to your right side body, around your right rib cage. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, hands to your mat. High push up to low push up. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Right foot steps forward. Warrior 1. Rise up. Open out. Warrior 2. Take your right hand high. Reverse your warrior. Side angle. Parsva Konasana. Right elbow on your right leg. Left arm extends up to the sky. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. You can stay here. Add in your extension with the top arm forward. Or come into your half bind or your full bind. And you might even move through each of those variations. Not rushing. One breath at a time. A big inhale. And a big exhale. Feel that you have as much time as you need here. Even as I look at the clock and think, ooh, we only have 30 minutes. Take a long breath in. And a long breath out. Reach your top arm up. Let it bring you up to your warrior 2. Straighten your right leg, pivot your toes towards the side edge of your mat, feet parallel or pigeon-toed. Interlace your fingers at your low back. Shoulders roll back, chest up. Take a big inhale. And as you exhale, fold forward. Hands coming up and over. You might add a towel or strap between your hands to give yourself a little more room. You can also drop your hands down to the ground. Take a long inhale. And a big exhale. That is one of the challenges of teaching this shorter class. Not rushing to try to get everything in, not getting ahead of myself, but really just taking it one breath at a time. Take one more big inhale. And as you exhale, release your hands. Hands under your shoulders, come halfway up here. Pivot around towards the back edge of your mat. Left toes pivot around. You're in your runner's lunge. Plant your hands. Left foot steps back. High push up to low push up. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog or stick in a child's pose. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Another big inhale here. Exhale. Walk or jump to your hands. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, lift and reach. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push up to low push up, exhale. Inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Feet come together and forward. Take your right leg to the sky. High push up, draw your knee into your chest here. Low belly pulls in and up. Lifting out of your shoulders. You can really connect your hands to the ground. Lengthen through your arms. Lift up. Up and back to your three-legged dog. Crescent lunge, right foot steps. Left heel stays lifted. Come up. Take a full inhale. Now airplane Dekasana. Shift into your right foot. Take your time. Can lift your left leg a lot. But it doesn't have to be all at once. You don't have to rush. I think rushing just throws us off balance, whether we're in our practice or off our mat moving through our life. One breath at a time, energy focused, attention focused on right here, right now. Focusing your gaze, focusing on your breath. Let your left leg lift, let your chest lift. Take a deep breath in, lightly drop back, crescent lunge. Bring your hands to your heart, take a big inhale. Twist to your right, left elbow towards the outside of your right leg. You can adjust your footing, take your right foot a little to your right. Lengthen or shorten your stance, keeping your back heel, back knee lifted, or drop it down. Take a long inhale. And a long exhale. Again, feeling this opportunity to lift up as you connect your hands. And you can keep your hands together or you can open up. And the opportunity to lift up here. To lift up, to rinse out, lighten up. A full breath in. And a long breath out. A big inhale. And a big exhale. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. One more big inhale. Exhale, hands come to your mat. Left foot steps to meet your right. Feet at about hips width distance. Slide your hands under your feet, palms up, fingertips towards your heels. Padangusthasana. Halfway lift as you inhale. Fold forward as you exhale. If you want to work with a different variation, you can work with a different variation. Even if you don't want to work with a different variation, right? Sometimes we want to make something happen, but we'd be better served softening a little bit, allowing breath to flow, and just feeling what works best for us. Take a big inhale and a big exhale, and letting this practice work for us. Take another deep breath in here. And a long breath out. Slide your hands out from under your feet. Bring your left hand to your left hip. With your right peace fingers, you can catch hold of your right big toe. So your options. Soften your knees, first of all, before you start to stand up. You can come up holding your right big toe. Take your time as you come up and then extend the right foot forward. But you can also let go of the toe, come on up to stand, catch hold of your lifted right knee in front of you. Maybe play around with catching the right toe. You can use a towel or strap to catch the right foot. If you're playing around with extending through the right leg, it doesn't have to be straight, but check in and feel if you can be tall and upright here, crown of the head up towards the sky. Keeping your left hand at your left hip or reaching it up. Right arm goes out to the right. Right foot. Right knee go out to the right. Your right arm will go out to the right too. And your left hand can come to the left at shoulder height. Take a long breath in. And a long breath out. Drawing into your center line, breathe in. And breathe out. Bring the leg back to center. Take your arms up. If you have a bend in your right knee, extend the right foot forward. Press through your heel for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend that right knee. Big step back. Warrior 1. Open out. Warrior 2. Space between your feet. Space between your toes and your fingers. Space right here, right now, for you to take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Spin your palms to the sky. Take your left hand high. Reverse your warrior. Reach up and go back. Left knee still tracking over your left ankle. Connected through your right foot, right leg long and strong. Take a big inhale here. Exhale. Hands down to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Left foot steps forward. Warrior 1, rise up. Open out, warrior 2. Take your left hand high. Reverse your warrior. Side angle, Parsva Konasana. Left elbow on your left leg. Right arm extends up. Check in here. Take a big inhale. And a long exhale. You can stay here. Add in the extension, right arm forward. Or your half bind, or your full bind. And again, maybe a combination, a variation. Take a long inhale. And a big exhale. Feet are set. Soften your toes. Whatever variation you're in, let your right shoulder roll back, your chest, your heart lifts. Take a deep inhale. And a big exhale. Reach your top arm up. Let it bring you up to your warrior 2. Straighten your left leg. Drop your hands. Toes pivot towards the side. Once more, interlace your fingers at your low back. You can work with a different variation here if you like. Lift up. Even go back on your inhale. And then gently fold forward as you exhale. Take a long breath in. And a big breath out. Check in with your feet. Notice if you're hanging out with your toes. Come a little bit forward to the balls of your feet. Take another big inhale here. Exhale, release your hands. Hands under your shoulders, come halfway up. Walk your hands towards your right toes, pivot around towards the front edge of your mat. Plant your hands, right foot steps back, high push up. From here, come on down to your forearms for your forearm plank, your dolphin plank. You can have your knees lifted, or you can drop them down. Hands apart or together. If you interlace your fingers, do it softly, right? So notice if you start to hang out with your hands. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Without really moving, you can feel for drawing the crown of your head forward and pressing your heels back. Low belly draws in and up. You are extending out from your center. Breathe in and breathe out. Set your gaze, soften around it, soften your face and your jaw. Take a full inhale. And a big exhale. And take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, come all the way down to your mat. Flip over on your back and set up for your bridge or your wheel. Feet flat and straight. On your inhale, come on up, lifting your hips. Feet about hips width distance, maybe a little bit wider. Arms and hands can stay alongside or interlace under your low back. Shoulders can wiggle under. You might have some room for that. You can come up for your bridge, any variation. Come up for a wheel, right? Any variation. You can play around with a combination of bridge and wheel. But lifting, right, physically. Also, energetically, letting this practice help lift your heart, raise your vibration, raise our vibrations. Take a long breath in and a long breath out. Another big inhale here. And as you exhale, come all the way down. Come onto your back. Soles of your feet together, knees wide, Supta Baddha Konasana. Take a big breath in. Empty out. I think when we are in the moment, taking things one breath at a time, it does help to raise our vibration. Allows us more energy, more strength. Draw your knees to your chest and come on into your happy baby. Knees wide. Grab the backs of your legs, the soles of your feet. A little bit of movement if you like here. Knees come back to your chest. Set your right foot on your mat. Left foot comes across your right thigh. It's your hip opener, half pigeon variation. You can keep the right foot flat or lift your right leg, catching the back of your right thigh and drawing your legs in, or the front of the right shin and drawing your legs in. You can also set up your traditional half pigeon if you like. Your left foot is flexed. And even as you pull your legs in towards you, you might feel that the left knee is moving away from you. If you like, you can keep one hand on your right leg and then take your left hand gently to your left knee and press it away. Take a big inhale. And a full exhale. Spine long, shoulders soft. Deep breath in. And a long breath out. And your left foot is flexed. Your right toes, right ankle loose. Maybe you circle the foot a couple times. Take another big inhale. And a big exhale. Release your hands and your legs. You can draw your knees to your chest. And set it up on the other side. Left foot flat. Right foot comes across the left thigh. Just the foot hangs off. Keeping your left foot on the ground. If you want to put a block under your left foot for lift, you can. Or with your hands, catch the back of the left thigh or the front of the left shin. And draw in. Take a long breath in. And a long breath out. Here again, this action of pulling the knees in, or the legs in rather gently. But the right knee coming away from you. So if you want to bring your right hand to the right knee. Not too much force, really. Not any force. Intention. And patience. One breath at a time. A big inhale. And a big exhale. And you're probably tired of hearing me say that. But maybe as we move through our day, we'll be reminded of it. Because I need the reminder as much as you. One breath, one thing at a time. Take a long inhale. And a big exhale. Release your hands, your legs, draw your knees to your chest, give them a squeeze, and set up for your Shavasana. You can take your legs out or up. You might come back to Supta Baddha Konasana. Allowing yourself to settle in. A big breath in. And empty out. Here you can wiggle your fingers and toes. Bring some movement back to your body. When you're ready, draw your knees to your chest. You might roll to one side, make your way to seated. Bring your hands to your heart, set your gaze, lower your gaze, or close your eyes. Together, let's take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Drawing your thumbs to your forehead, to your third eye center. Together we say, Namaste. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for joining me for practice today. Friday Power Flow. True confessions, I snuck out after practice before this to take my pumpkin bread out of the oven because it was ready. Still, one breath at a time, one thing at a time. Take your time as you leave here, as you wrap up your practice. Take the time to leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. I'm Heather. I'm the Bent Yogi. Thanks for practicing with me today. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. And I hope I see you soon.